Alright, let's do this thing. Sorry about that. It was duty time for both of us, and there's only one bathroom. When you gotta go, and we both had to go. More me than him.
Sure.
I also had to eat first, so.
You did. You did. This is gonna, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't hit me like when I'm like trying to fall asleep.
It hits me whenever it wants. It's Crohn's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sometimes Crohn's is like, yeah, you're not gonna poop for over 24 hours.
Yeah.
And other times Crohn's is like, you're going in like 3 hours. There's no consistency to it.
Oh. Shit. Dude, I'm still so rich. I just bought a new weapon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, by the way, look at this. This shit is whack.
Yeah, that's right. I was pooping.
This shit is real whack. Alright, so I think... No, that's the good one. So this is what pretty much my other one was at.
Yeah. 6290 with 3 slots. All right.
That's such a huge leap.
Yeah.
Is this where it came from?
No.
I think it is.
Oh, grayed out.
Wait, that was up?
Yeah.
I'm
North.
so lost. But where is north? I don't just know what north is.
Why you
How
going
would I
back?
ever know? Okay, I just want to make sure that was at it, because I needed it. I need to make sure I head in directions that aren't it. I like left. I'm gonna go with that. Really curious for how random a guy is gonna ring when we get there.
Magic.
I think he is, but at the same time, I really kind of hope he tries something different. But if he does, it is what it is.
There's definitely different magic stuff you can do.
It's true.
There's
I mean,
so much magic.
you could play mixed for sure. Like you could have, especially because there's so much for int you can put into for weapons. So many int scaling things.
But probably go magic with like either a wand or a shield, or I think he'll still have a shield.
Wands, sir. Wands are not in this game.
Staff.
Let's say, are we playing Dark Souls, dude?
A staff and a shield.
Okay, it's attached. I didn't feel it on me, so I was like, where do I have the thing on?
Is that true, Reckon?
Nice.
Was there nothing else open?
Oh, whoa. Hello. Oh, gross. Actually,
No.
technically that is better.
Yeah, because the range is
And then
smaller.
there's also 4 slots.
When do you go back? See what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, I hope I can just buy another one that's like this, so. I'm excited.
If I had a guess, I kind of want to do a like a playthrough and a new character doing a magic build because I've never done magic before.
Yeah, honestly, it was because I really haven't either, and this was it's kind of fun, but it's really different, like a lot more than I thought it was gonna be.
I assume you're putting more points into. You got to put like say int and health.
Health is
Health-
important, but there's also stamina actually comes into play because you use stamina every time you cast.
Oh, really?
So, yep.
So there's a lot more to
you have to
upgrade.
put it into. You really have to put it into
You need
all 3 really. up
4
top.
because you need the
And then
the
int.
3 up top
And then
int.
yes, so
And then potentially strength if you want to wield any of the other int weapons.
yeah. See, that's the thing is that's why it does seem like it's kind of like tricky to.
There's so many different ways you can go int builds or
It
faith
is,
builds.
yeah. From what I was reading,
Maybe you
generally-
could try to convince them to go to a faith build because that's kind of like int, but it's not int.
Yeah, it's not though. There's very little attacks that you can rely on consistently for faith.
That thunderbolt though.
Yeah, but even then, that's still lightning. One type of damage is a bad. Again, same thing with the bleeding. Like if there's something that's resistant to it, then you're fucked. So, and there's really not much else for faith than lightning. So there's a few of the dragon builds, but God, fucking casting those things constantly, that sounds horrible.
I don't know. They do really well in PvP.
They do, but PvP doesn't translate to PvP very well. I think this is one of those situations.
I haven't seen them being used in PvP at all.
I have, and I have done it because I am captain. And,
I don't have the int for that.
for that.
You need Arcane. Oh, Faith.
Yeah, see, I do, and trust me, man, it does not help very much. Like, I feel bad for people who are Faith builds in this game. It's just that, like, you would have to put stuff into, like, cast time because, like, it just takes way too fucking long. That being said, though, yeah, Thunderbolts are pretty crazy, and there's a lot of Thunderbolt spells, or incantations, I should say, that you can mess with. But really, for Faith, it's pretty much exclusively just fire and lightning, and the fire ones don't. I mean, unless you go full like pyromancy, because that's the interesting thing in this one is pyromancy is Faith.
Yeah.
Which is not usually the case.
Cosmetic Glintstone and whatnot.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it's pretty whack. I definitely think Magic has range in what type of attacks it can do, a lot more so than Faith.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go, and then if he does need help with the boss, just shoot with a ball.
No, I want to help. Dude, we both team up. Oh my god.
I mean, you're gonna be next to him.
I know. I really. It's funny because when we were actually talking about it, we were saying how I want to go up. That's the thing. So.
But he wants you next to him.
I know he does. Honestly, I'm way more helpful being a guide for him than I am in battle.
I mean, it's something where you and I are easier to just co-op and do stuff because we know the games.
Yeah, that's true.
Or text.
But neither of us want to because we both like playing solo. I just want to mess
Second
with
playthrough though.
Second playthrough, exactly. I'd be okay with, but
I want to test my own skills.
I have nothing to prove. I know I can get through this. I know I can get through honestly any of these. It's just the fact that I can't focus when I'm playing with other people.
You're naked at night now because of that? Dude, that's whack.
From
It's
what?
not
I'm so okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm definitely missing some like rooms and whatnot, so I think it's time to turn around and start exploring those.
So far, it seems like a big circle. I just keep on going right.
I'll go right for a little longer, but I won't blame you if it doesn't pan out.
Well, up above is that main room, so that's the only reason why I say it.
But it'll connect.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it connects. There's gonna be a wall right here. Oh, wait, no wall.
Frame rates, man.
Yeah, this is struggling. This is a weird little alcove.
I like it. It's pretty.
It'd be nice if they had water in there. Big glowy water.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. It'll be cool. Man, though, the fucking tree sentinel in the beginning, he punishes you for using magic, which is funny because neither you or I would have seen that normally. But,
there's one way I've seen people beat it easily, is they go to Khaled real fast. They grab the S, they grab the staff that scales S.
Oh yeah.
And they grab the rock smash and they just...
That still doesn't, because the problem is you can shield. So the earth attack only counts. It counts as physical damage. So it's very similar to like if you use a sword on him. So actually, believe it or not, because he shields so much, that is way less reliable to use because actually the more important thing about that
people do
is
that
the fact
use
that
the
it
wolves
scales,
as well.
Yeah, it's
Between the wolves and the earth attack, people are killing him.
doesn't work very reliably. I tried
I've
it.
seen it done so many times though.
It doesn't work reliably, at least not like starting off the game with that. Because I wasn't leveling, I just had stuff. And so base game, you need to come back to him either or. So if you're fighting with that stuff or you're not. So because he just blocks it all. The funny thing is I did so much better when I switched to my normal Glintstone Pebble spell, which is the normal just like magic shot.
I don't know.
That did way more damage.
I've seen many people on videos and
I think they leveled.
No, coming straight out and doing it. I've seen their stats and everything.
Dude, he blocked every time for me. And if he blocks, it nullifies all the damage.
I've seen Jacob. Jacob did it that way.
He blocks every time. I don't know how you do that. I put
He's
the
standing
wolves,
on a cliff to a point where he can't hit you, and he's just spamming it over and over and over.
but he shields the whole time when you throw it at him, and if he shields, it doesn't do like any damage.
I've seen it done.
I don't think it's reliable. So, from experience of actually doing it, I don't think that that's the reliable way to
I
do it.
want to try it.
But that being said, like I'm sure you can do it, but it's just not.
Yeah.
It's way less efficient.
I beat him with the Uchi pretty early on.
But yeah, I got my first two-hand sword, and I beat the fuck out of him. So, yeah, as soon as I used the pebble, I was fine. The tricky thing is though. So the good news about that spell, the rock spell, is that again it counts as physical, so he can't like do anything. But if you use magic on him, he can fucking deflect it and double its power back at you. That shit sucks. That shit sucks bad, and he does it quite a bit. Actually, I think.
That's where you fought the boss. Actually, the boss was right in here.
Okay, so I gotta go here. That being said, he still was insane, even to beat with like base stats. It's just, yeah, I was really expecting that to be more OP. The rock thing. It is for people who don't have shields. I will say that much.
Well, not Godric, but probably Godric too. But the first guy.
Yes, that would have definitely helped if I were by myself, but you also have to so I can't tell you that
They
one.
did the same thing. They got the wolves, they got the staff, and
I
rock
actually
smash and
I
just-
still find the jellyfish more helpful because he aggroes him.
Oh, I'm
longer.
talking about people that are going straight for it.
I know, but you get the jellyfish right off the bat too.
Oh,
So I just use the jellyfish over the
you want to go down?
wolves because he lasts longer than the wolves do. Having 3 wolves doesn't mean much if they can all get one shot.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so
The people that are doing it super hella fast, so they're not even worry about swapping or doing anything. Just get 2 things and straight to the guy.
yeah, that is still basically the way you want to start the build anyways, because everything else, yeah. Because the thing is too, that staff, not only does it scale with S, so the only sad thing about that staff is it does, yeah, is that it doesn't, you can't upgrade it. So, so you can't increase the damage from what it does. So it's a great starting staff. It's horrible for later. But the other power it has is it enhances rock moves. So it literally is meant to be using Canada as well.
Or any other spell.
Well, yeah, true. But again, by the time you probably get a whole lot more, I don't think it would be super useful. No, from my experience, actually, the most broken thing.
Kamehameha!
Well, yeah, but that's also later.
Or the Moonblast. The Moonblast.
That's
is
also
really good, too.
way later. So
Yeah, you gotta complete a quest.
you gotta do rocks for that. So
Moonblast also has a ridiculous charge up.
yeah. I'm sure they both do, but honestly, it's worth it. No. The fucking like sword spell. It does so much fucking damage.
Even
on
mini
base.
daggers.
There's dagger ones. There's a sword one, and then there's a great sword one, and they all are so fucking broken.
I've seen Brandon use the great sword when it enhances the great sword. It makes it into like a big
giant
head.
fucking yeah. It's crazy, man.
It's fucking lit.
They do so much damage. So those are what I use pretty consistently because the rock is good if I'm keeping my distance, but if I don't mind getting close, I can fucking shred with that.
Tell random guy to go bleed build.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Dang.
He might do bleed build with a giant shield. That'd be about it. I assume.
You do get a great sword that is arcane dex or arcane strength.
It's not arcane. There's a curved great sword that's actually just strength and literally just oddly enough
No, it's-
strength and dex and
There's one that's strength and arcane. That's a great sword. I have it.
yeah, but why would you go arcane if you're doing a great sword? If you can go without that.
Strength arcane. I mean, if you're doing bleed build.
There's a bleed one that doesn't scale with arcane. So that's what I would go. I would just go off that because then you can wield other stuff and you don't have to put points in arcane.
Yeah, but arcane also increases a whole bunch of other stats.
True, but arcane, well, mainly just is about luck and resistance against holy.
Still really fucking good.
It is, but
Especially that luck.
but if you want to do more damage and prioritize that right off the bat, then it's at the very least it might not be one you see with the whole game, but until you start leveling to the point where you have like extra levels to put into things. Only working on 2 instead of 3 stats is much easier.
Let's see, bleed weapons. Or katana. Wind slide. The winged scythe does bleed. Interesting.
What? Really?
Yeah. The Halo scythe. All the scythes do bleed.
The Halo scythe I know, but wait, I know the wing scythe does that. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking of wing sphere.
The Great Omen Killer Cleaver does bleed.
Yes, that one's the one I think that scales with arcane.
No, that's not the one that scales with arcane.
Really?
That's the one I'm trying to find.
Maybe I got that completely backwards, but I was using the one for a while and it didn't. I don't think it said anything about arcane, which is why I'm confused. Something of the blood fang, whatever.
It's like a twisted blade type thing. It twists together.
I don't know if I'd know that one then.
You may not have it yet.
The one I'm talking about, you get like right in the game.
Flail bleeds. Oh, here, the bloody Helix.
Oh.
Oh, it's strength dex. Never mind.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's weird for. I think that might just be a thing. Check it's a curved greatsword, but check the bloodhound's fang.
It's a heavy thrusting sword.
It's not. Heavy thrusting sword isn't a greatsword.
I know.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the bloodhound fang is, and that was the one I was using for a while. I think that's just strength and dex though. Unless I'm wrong, I could definitely be wrong, but I thought it was just surprising though that it doesn't scale with arcane. 'Cause it seems like everything.
Which one am I looking for?
It's called bloodhound fang.
Yeah, it's here. Dex string.
Yeah. See, the problem is it scales with dex more than it does strength though, and that was my issue. Especially with using a great sword, you usually don't want to put the points into dex, but it's interesting. It's a dex build that's not a dex build. And it's also not like that usually when just in general for a curved greatsword.
Oh, that's
like
interesting.
The only one.
According to this website, the number was the S tier weapons for bleed.
Mm-hmm.
My twin blade I have is in the S tier rank.
That checks out.
Causes bloodlust build up at 55%, and it does flame damage.
Oh, it's blood flame. Oh, that's right, because you're
Yeah,
saying
it's
Darth Maul.
blood
So Darth Maul mode means equals blood flame.
Darth Maul, it's just the Darth Maul build. But the interesting thing is, my other one that does the dagger, I can't find on this list whatsoever.
Reduvia?
Which one?
Reduvia?
Yeah.
What list are you on? Was it all?
It's called Ring Boost. It's not like official.
No, but what is it? What is like the page you're on? Is it all special
bleed
weapons? Or all lead weapons?
All blood loss build up weapons.
Yeah, Reduvia should definitely be on there.
Reduvia is not on this list,
That's weird.
which is very interesting because I don't know how much I'd.
That's like one of the earliest ones you can get too.
And it's
which is
really
wild.
good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone else use it, but
Oh yeah, everybody uses it. You know what's funny? So I popped in a forum for trading weapons, and everybody's asking for a second Reduvia.
really,
Yes. So honestly, you could probably get some pretty good gear off people just by reloading, immediately running over, killing the guy, getting Reduvia, trading it, reloading, creating a new save, and just doing that on repeat. You probably get like any fucking weapon you want because everybody wants a second Reduvia. That's why I even offered you. I was like, you can have a second Reduvia if you want. And you're like, no, I don't need it. I'm like,
I'll get a new game plus.
Well, and that's the thing. I just have an extra one. I won't use it. So.
But I like my rot bleed
You do. That's what you're telling me. So I was like, all right, if you like that, go ahead.
because it does do the rot, and rot is nice for the longer fight bosses.
I'm curious if, because we did test it doesn't work, do both when you have them both equipped.
Yes, it does. I did confirm
does?
that. I did confirm that. Yes.
But it wasn't when we were trying it. Do you know why it wasn't doing anything?
It just had a longer build up, or
Oh,
the resistance
okay.
and whatnot. It does work.
Okay.
They do, and I was in the area at the time where people were resistant. to
Wait,
that.
that's right. You were literally fighting the fucking shrimp guys, and they literally are Scarlet Rot people. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was probably not a good area to test it out.
But it does work.
Okay.
When I was killing Omen guy.
So yeah, getting 2 fucking Reduvias would be fucking broken as shit.
Yeah.
Because is it 55?
55
So that means you have 110
plus the ability.
plus anything you stack on there. Yeah.
Plus all the extra gear bonus.
Yep. Yeah. Blood is fun.
Especially if you go double Reduvia, yeah. It's incredible.
Dude, I would love to see how double Ice Rain Hatchet would be. The one that gets you.
I want to see people double reel the ancient, the ruin. The rune.
I actually think I can now. I think I have enough stats to.
Give it up with endurance.
Actually, probably I have. I would have to wear lighter gear, but I would probably have enough to be able to wield it. Because my cap right now is 92. So.
Jeez.
Doesn't reach. Okay. I don't care. Summon anyway. Haha. I'm gonna find these orbs and I can't do anything with them, so I feel like I'm not supposed to be here yet. Alright. Cool story.
Let's continue on.
Yeah, so. No, I like my big swords though. But I could probably, at the very least, I could dual wield my ice thing. That would be fucking whack, but I like having my shield. I don't actually use it that much anymore. It's fun. It's interesting because like I still use it heavily, but in boss fights I don't use my shield very often. Yeah. The only one I was like, the first one I was really doing that for was the that like I kind of needed to was gargoyles. So luckily my shield can just fucking handle that, but yeah, no, it's.
Jesus.
Actually, that's not true. I do it a lot. I do it on the main, like a lot of the guys who have like really heavy attacks, and then I just punish them with the reflect, the whatever the, you know what I'm about. Almost worth it, but no. So that's poison. I got poison and strength right now. Okay. All right. Do you have better? You do. All right. I think that's safe to say that is better. So I will buy that. Alright. So I need the stamina one. I forget which one stamina is. Have that. Good there. This. Let's figure I don't need that. The soundtrack is reminding me of Star Wars.
Oh wait, we can't stream next Tuesday.
Why?
I promised Brody I'd go and play Commander with him.
Rude. Why are we gonna stream then?
I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I did make prior commitments. He really was asking me to play.
Rude.
It's because he has that Tuesday off work, and he's like, I'm coming up to your shop to play. Are you going to be there? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I can. I'm like, I can play with you, though. I have the day off. This was last week when we talked about it. We'll figure something out, Racken. Don't worry.
Maybe. Hopefully. Yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, so sell that.
I forgot I made prior commitments.
We can at least put poison and chaos on. And then I can also combine that with this, which I need just strength and stamina. Okay. I don't think I saw stamina in that list. So I need stamina still, and I need the other crazy one. Insta kill. Let's just like see if I can reload this real quick and get the stuff I want.
Yeah, my bad. Totally forgot about Tuesday.
Yeah, I just don't know when we're gonna be able to make it work it then. So
Very well will have to be Sunday.
that like before the Tuesday or after?
Before
the
the Tuesday.
Okay.
I think you work that day anyway, but we do it after work. Instead of pushing it back, just pushing it up. Oh, you have Sunday off. Oh, wrong week. No, you work.
Yeah, I was gonna say because if we don't have one that week, the week after, I think is when I'm leaving. So then we might.
No,
not.
we'll probably just stream Sunday.
All right.
As much as I wanted to hang out with Jairus, but I think he's usually doing something Sundays anyway.
Sorry, I'm making things tricky.
No, you're fine. A lot of friends.
You do.
And everybody wants to hang out.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a lot of friends on purpose.
Well, when you work retail, you just accumulate a lot of friends.
I don't.
I do.
I purposely try to make sure I don't have a lot of friends. This is my biggest thing is I just don't like having this where I feel like I want to hang out with all these people and I don't have time. That just stresses me out too much. So when I have like a couple good friends, that's when I just like, all right, cool, I'll talk with you. I might have time.
I've talked to Brody. I've been good friends with Brody for years.
No, I know. I'm just
And Jairus.
I'm not saying you're not good friends with them at all. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm saying I purposely try to avoid having that many friends so I don't have this issue.
Yeah.
Because I hate when this is.
I mean, the people I usually talk to the most are you, random guy, Jairus, Brody.
Yeah, that's fair.
Obviously, Discord friends are different compared.
They're not real friends.
No, they're real.
Fake friends.
But per se, like Brandon lives all the way in Texas.
Yeah, true.
So I hang out with him on Discord when I'm doing nothing else.
True.
And then Turner is always busy, so we just like to catch up and talk.
Yeah. I still need stamina, don't I?
So I still have my tight group of people, but y'all do different things.
Listen, man, I try what I can, but the fact that we don't have a set day to line up makes this really hard. So
That is also true.
Which is what I was trying to say those few weeks ago. I'm like, listen, I'm down for it, but there's a good chance it'll be like a week or two that we might just not be able to have anything lined up. So, you know.
Yeah, no, we'll probably stream Sunday. I think that'll be the day.
Okay, doke.
You work, I can still do stuff beforehand, so. We'll finish Metroid then.
Hopefully. Unless you
4
rage
5
quit again.
hours of not killing the boss. I mean, don't give me poor instructions.
Listen, I never do that. It's not a thing that happens.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Don't blame the controller. It'll be fine. I'm just kidding, you didn't blame the controller.
I didn't blame the
You
controller. I blamed the hitbox rate.
Which is a legitimate thing that people can get around, but it's unpleasant for you. And for probably a lot of people, actually, but...
And it's not like after Calm Me Down finally, and it's not like I'm mad at it. I'm just
disappointed in it.
It was in the moment.
I know. I'm glad you can at least see it that way, because a lot of times too you tend to hold on to these things that like you want to pinpoint as to your problems, and a lot of times they're not actually a thing, but you just have to like latch, which I understand. You want to be pissed at it, so you latch on something to be pissed about. So it's just, I'm glad at least you have, you know, you not hate it.
No matter where I put her, she always falls.
She moves around, she kills something, she comes back, she's like, ah!
I have another one to put up now.
You gotta get the jugs.
Oh,
Did she not come with the jugs?
Jugs.
The things that they blow into to explode.
What are you talking about?
The fucking thing that when they live at her house and then they're training.
Oh, those
yeah.
jugs.
Yes.
Why would
Not
I
poop
want
jugs, but
I thought you were talking about like jugs.
I know, yeah, but I'm not actually. I'm talking about jugs as in literally jugs, the whole thing.
No. My gal.
Like
Corona.
That is a clown. Nice.
Hi. Wow, that's just her normal look.
The clown. She likes to look like a clown.
Goth.
Clown. Goth clown.
Clown. Gosh, where's my scissors? What do you do with my scissors?
You moved them around, I think, because we were having to dig through here the other day, so I know I've seen them, but...
It's okay, I don't need them. I got keys. Keys are like scissors.
Yes, they're exactly like scissors.
That's how you open boxes, right?
No, I don't. I use X-Acto knives.
Do you have
I
an
use them
X-Acto
very
knife?
carefully. No, I don't have them. No, as a matter of fact, Nick, I do not carry X-Acto razors with me at all times.
Why don't you?
Because those are sharp and can cut things that I don't want to be cut.
Like yourself?
No, I like being cut. But, Dang, my gold is frustrating amount. I'm a 4.
This was such an impulse buy. I was at GameStop picking up the big pre-orders, and they had to go get all my stuff in the back. So you know what I do? I walk around the store and see what's new. And then they had One Piece merch. I'm like, fuck. I can't leave this night. I can't leave this here.
Emo.
Josh? Yeah.
I am not,
Have you seen middle school Josh? He's a beaut.
Have you seen current Josh?
He's also a beaut. Fuck.
No, I was never cut it off. I did do rubber bands though, like legit. That was my thing. So.
What, play with rubber bands?
No, I snapped myself all day long.
Go in the hole!
When you can't find the hole.
No, I see the hole.
You see her hole? Wow.
It's in her back.
Yeah, that's what it usually is.
Do I need the hat? Put that in the hole?
Yes, it's fine. What you want, clown babies?
She does have some. Her power is the ghost fruit, so she does summon ghosts. But negative energy.
Okay, so there was this there's this guy. I think I've shown you some of his stuff. He's like Flash Kids, someone
Look at you, so cute!
who did the Watch Naruto.
Oh, it's so bright.
And
It's so bright you can't see it. Good enough.
anyways, he was doing this thing where he wanted remember sideways for attention. Wait, what? And he was like, he wanted inspiration, so he's like, let's go to the anime stores. He doesn't like, he actually regularly like does not like anime, this guy. Anyways, so he bought some like lewd figurine, he bought like some random artworks and shit. But the funny thing, the whole time he was like having like fucking dumb ass like info cards about him, like, hey, just so you know, so fucking, the one thing that got me so hard because of you and the fact that you love One Piece was they're like, fun fact, Luffy from One Piece ate the gum fruit. It was just fucking randomly, like, they weren't even talking about One Piece. I was just like, what the fuck? They were talking about a completely different anime, and it was just like, he ate the gum fruit. It's fucking, that was so funny. Yeah, it was great.
I love it. Luffy. People that don't know Luffy, they do call him Luffy.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. They want to go with the us sound over you sound.
Also, people who don't know Usopp say it's Usopp.
Ah, yes. Usopp.
Yeah, it's Usopp. Usopp.
Even the original creator of the show says Usopp.
He says his own name as Usopp half the time, and it's phonetically spelled Usopp, so that means it's pronounced Usopp. Oh, I found a stone. Nice. Exploration. Yeah, I don't understand that one at all. I know always confused.
I'm glad I made something confusing.
That's the thing. It's like Japanese is generally one of the easier languages for once you learn like how like the words, which yeah, that sounds. But like I like English is fucking hard even if you understand like how to speak it. Essentially, it's just hard. Japanese is not. That's that's one of the nice things about it is that like once you know how to pronounce the characters, there's only one way to pronounce the characters. Unlike fucking like 10 ways of pronouncing something depending on how it's like where it came from. So that's the one nice thing about Japanese is that even if you don't know what the word means, you know how to say it.
Now you go back.
And I know how to say uso, but it doesn't help anything because I'm really fucking confused about it. So,
it's like a 50-50 split.
It's so confusing, man. Like, there's a way to spell it where it's Usopp. They don't spell it that way, which is what's confusing to me.
But they say it that way.
But, I don't know. Yeah, and that's the thing.
After decades of staggered research and little progress, the
Amaranth
Amaranthine
orbs.
Orbis received a most unexpected
Amaranth orbs.
gift. The arrival of a changeling woman calling herself Atimara. Believing that she was the missing key to unlocking passage into the underworld itself, the Amaranthine Orbis embraced her into their folds. 12 years passed before Atimara's son, Akiva, was recovered from the kingdom of Corinthal. After 23 years of arduous tutelage, Akiva is deemed ready to venture into the underworld, where he will pave the road to claiming the very city of Corinthal.
Alright, that was confusing.
I have no idea what's going on. I haven't for like the last 5 hours at least, so. That's okay. I don't think I want to know.
Bad
Go
things
place,
get worse.
Go place, smack people. Go more place, smack people. Smack the right guy. He dead. Game over. Alright. Let's sell my stuff. We'll...
You got time still.
Yeah, we'll get this started. Probably gonna be a long ass fucking speech. It's gonna take forever, but...
You have a lot of rings.
I bought earrings. Okay. Alright. Now we talk for an hour.
Your findings are very intriguing. I'm impressed that you were able to understand the ancient runes' meaning. It is important that we continue our investigations of the Amaranthine Orbis. We need to understand how they're involved if we are to gain the upper hand when confronting Akiva. To be certain that your future discoveries are as accurately translated, I'll accompany you on further investigations of the desert ruins.
No, I'm good.
I should think that my knowledge of ancient texts will prove useful in this endeavor. Do not worry for me. I'm an old man, yes, but what I lack in strength,
the steps are
I make
floating.
up in experience. We will set out at once.
Cool. That took 2 minutes.
Instead of partway going in.
Giggity.
That's still bang. Great.
Oh, gross. Dark Magician is following me.
Big ass twin blade.
It's a double scythe, actually. That's the...
Pretty cool.
It's not even a twin blade. It's just like... Yeah. It is... It seems really unpractical, though. Like, I feel like in real life, if you tried swinging that, you would cut yourself.
I feel like they made it bigger on purpose so you can see it, and it's actually not supposed to be that big.
That's how everything in this game has been operating. Every guy is the size of a tank, and every girl is just able to blend in with the fucking background how tiny they are, so... And every weapon seems to be oversized. Has Monster Hunter Syndrome.
Yay! I mean,
And
Dark
Drow Syndrome.
Elden Ring has big weapons.
They do, but they call them colossal weapons. Everything else is just like, it's a normal weapon. It's not a fucking normal weapon. They don't look that big in real life.
That my twin blade looks huge.
Yeah, Twin Blades are huge as a whole class. But they literally, as far as normal weapons go, they go up in normal sizes until you get to colossal size things, which are the size of normal greatswords in fucking Monster Hunter. You cannot tell me.
Because they're great swords.
No, they're colossal swords, and you should name them colossal swords.
No.
And you can stop pretending that they're not.
They're not trying to make it humanistic. Jeez. Realistic.
Well, it doesn't have to be realistic. You can still label things properly. Great swords are not great swords in that game. They are not.
They are a great sword.
They are not great swords.
It's a sword and shield.
They're
Great
not
sword.
that's not a great sword. Do you know what a great sword is by definition?
It doesn't need to be.
Then don't call it a great sword.
It could just be called a great sword. If
You
the
could
game
just-
wants to classify it as a great sword,
If
it's
they
a
just
great
called
sword.
it a sword, I wouldn't give a shit. The problem is they call it a great sword, and a great sword has a definition, and it does not fit that. So,
A definition in real life, sure. Definition in a fantasy game, it could be whatever the fuck they want.
okay, sure, but that means that every word that they're saying the whole game doesn't mean anything in the story. If that means that if you're saying definitions are different in a fantasy world, then that means nothing they're saying means anything.
It could whatever. I mean, I could be doing a D&D campaign. I'm like this great sword, which is the size of Timbuktu.
a great sword.
But in my fantasy world, it's a great sword.
But then the word greatsword has no meaning, and it means everything you're saying has no meaning then.
No.
Yeah, if you're making up that what words mean what, then that means that your words don't make it
Then nothing's
have any
real.
value. True. That's why you use words that explain things.
Oh, I'm not going to agree with it. We're not going to be able to agree with it. A great sword is a great sword. It doesn't matter the length. As the game wants to
does.
call it a great
It
sword.
literally does, actually.
In a game, if a game wants to call it a great sword and it's Timbuktu size, it's a great sword to them.
They can label it whatever they want, but then they are lying, and that means that nothing makes sense anymore. So
You fix your mind.
that's literally how things work. That's why vocabulary exists, Nick, is so we can explain the world. And when you change the definition of something, that means that you can then just defeats the purpose of the vocabulary.
Okay, what if it's a visual visual design to help with hitbox ratios, so they make them bigger than it should be?
You still could call them like something else. If they literally just put sword, then I wouldn't be having this problem with it. The problem is they have something that is literally described as something that's 6 to 8 feet long, and that it is used with
All right, wait.
two hands.
All right. How big are our Monster Hunter?
I swear to God, if you're gonna use the immediate response from Google, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
No, Monster
That's
Hunter.
fine. There we go.
I don't know if they'll have it on here. Weapon traits. Probably won't be under weapon traits.
All right. And then meanwhile, I'm gonna look up.
Hit the fucking X button. X. All right, fuck you.
Okay, first off, double-bladed, large enough to require the use of two hands.
These require two hands.
Not half of them are not double-sided. I'm just saying, they shouldn't call it a greatsword. They can call it a sword, whatever, but greatsword is defining something that exists.
I guess how big is the right question? How long? There we go. Gotta use the right terminology, right? Probably not gonna.
Like, I genuinely, they're
So they say weight-wise, it's between 75 and 80 pounds.
in Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not. No. Just no. Are you using extra? Do they have one for? Wait, do they have one? Is this for Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
They have effects life for Monster Hunter? They do?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Tackle. Disadvantage greatsword controls. Probably not going to have any backs on it, though. I probably don't have anything said how big. How long, I guess.
So the things that are to find a greatsword, double-sided, it does need 2 hands. So that part, you know, granted, I'll give them that. It is right. It's 6 to 8 feet long. I mean, again, like historically, that's what they classify greatswords as, and yeah, they generally weigh like less than 30 pounds. So again, if you're changing that, just call it a fucking like fantasy sword or something like that. You don't have to name it a greatsword because it's not a greatsword. The sword and board, while it's giant, that's a fucking sword. I won't give a shit for that. Now, granted, it's a fucking huge ass sword, but it is a sword. So it's just greatswords are a subclass that actually have a definition. So why? I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like when.
I'm going to do more digging because I'm not finding anything initially. It's a greatsword, though.
It's not a greatsword.
It's a greatsword.
It's not a greatsword.
It's a greatsword.
It's a giant ass sword.
It's a greatsword.
I'll give you that.
Greatsword.
It's a giant ass 2-handed sword.
Greatsword.
Oh.
Just because it looks, you know, it looks weird and they all have different designs doesn't mean it's not a greatsword.
Yeah, that actually literally is what can help define.
It's a fantasy game.
Fantasy doesn't change the fact that we have vocabulary, Nick. Vocabulary is there to define something, and if we don't define it correctly, then there's no point in saying that word.
It's a greatsword.
Why we use words?
To
convey what we're trying to say.
I'm gonna write to a letter to the head person of Monster Hunter, and you can then dispute.
Yes, I will. I will absolutely dispute that. Like, you guys need to change the name of it being.
And they're gonna laugh in your face.
And that's fine. And I'll be like, all right, learn English. This is not what that means. So, all right, now you see that, change it, or else admit these aren't great swords. For proving to my friend at the very least.
All right, that's it, guys. We're done. This could go on forever.
It could.
We'll be back Sunday. It's probably 8 to midnight. I can get everything pre-set up to a degree. Probably 8:30.
Yeah, probably 8:30.
8 to 8:30.
Say.
We'll plan for around there. But yeah,
I'm probably gonna have to head home to get next game for. So we're ready. And
oh, you mean I don't own the game?
yeah, you can. I'll tell you this much: there is multiple ways we can play this.
What system do I need?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I need to prep the system.
No, you don't.
My Switch is dead.
8:30. That's why I'm saying 8:30. So we'll have time. That's okay. We can take a long break in between the games when we're switching. So that's all right. We'll be fine. Listen, it'll be worth it. It's a cool surprise. So
You're killing me.
yeah, because you've gotta wait. That's how surprises work.
For 5 months.
That's
overdue.
Hey, I didn't want it to be 5 months. Both of us had things that happened. So you know what? You know what? You can
Remember to go to
Nick's face.
the Redford Club.
Click on it right now. Click on Nick's face, everyone.
You can't do anything. Just
Okay, now that you've paused the video, check out our YouTube. We have all of our old VODs there. Everything that has been erased forever from Twitch is on YouTube. So check it all out. Oh god. And yeah, like a nightmare. You just woke up, bro.
literally.
And then we're all over the place right now for our schedules, so definitely follow us on one of our true socials, Twitter, Facebook, either or. We will let you know what's going on there, just so you know when to be able to tune in to watch us, in case Twitch does not give you an alert when we're going live. So we'll let you know there. Also, other exciting things once we have things to say. So yeah, so Facebook or Twitter, all that stuff is down below and about. So
Yep.
give us some love there.
All right, that's it, guys. Catch you later.
Woo!